Some of you have some shares, some of you have important shares within the company, and it is important that we have this kind of meeting, even if from time to time a bit late. You know the structure. From the General Assembly, middle of last year, we have constituted a holding company in Singapore. It is called here SG Holding. In fact, the official name is Vinythai Holdit Public Company. And this company acquired from Solvay 100% of the share of a project that is called Taishan, but in fact the real name of this project, this company, is Solvay Biochemical Taixing, because it is located in Taixing in Jiangsu province. But Vinythai control 100% of the holding company in Singapore and 100% of the company in China. As you know also, in the past years we have increased our capacity of chlor-alkali unit. In fact, this started at the middle of last year, and now I can tell you that we are even almost above this official capacity. We are really running full for the time being on the chlor-alkali unit, as we do also on the epichlorohydrin unit. This is still a new unit, a new process, the epichlorohydrin unit, so we still have ups and downs. But I have to recognize that for a foreign coming to Thailand, I am impressed by the performance of the Thai engineers and what they have done with this brand new process. Solvay worked 10 years on the development of this process. It has been transferred to the new plant here, and 6 months after the startup, it was running at capacity. Now you know where we are located, and overall we have 466 employees. This doesn't take into account the employees that we are progressively recruiting in China. And for the time being, we have already around 20 employees in China. This is the structure of the company. Now the financial performance of 2012. In 2012, ABT fully paid up capital from 1,000 million Thai baht to 1.5 billion Thai baht, so we increased the capital of ABT slightly. ABT being the company that we founded here in Thailand to produce the Epicerol. And we acquired for 1.4 million Thai baht the company in China. Therefore, the equity increased. What is important for you is to see the sales volume, and you see that in 2011 and 2012, progressively, we increased our sales for most of the product, and you see here also the epichlorohydrin that increased. It was the first time of the year. We produced and sold around 40,000 tons. Now we'll come back to that maybe later on. Not as much as we were planning. In fact, the technology is sounded, it has been proven, it is very solid. On the epichlorohydrin market, during the last quarter of the year, there has been a significant downturn, and therefore the Asian market, as much as the American market and the European market, really turned down for October, November, December, and for economic reasons, we had to slow down production rate in October, November, and December. Now, from the beginning of this year, we are back running. The prices and spread on epichlorohydrin are under significant pressure, but I can tell you that as we are now one of the leaders of this market here in Asia, with one of the biggest capacity on the market, with a brand new technology, we are progressively leading the spread increases on the market. Gross profit, as you see overall, the gross profit has been basically stable despite the fact that we launched a new capacity. This is due to the fact that when you come with 100,000 tons of capacity, new capacities on a market with the epichlorohydrin, you cannot avoid to disturb somehow a somewhat well-established market. So basically we took our share of the market very quickly, and progressively we are recovering the spreads and the prices. In 2012 as well, the PVC spreads didn't reach on average the wonderful level that we had in 2011. You see that it was 695 versus 730 US dollar per ton. This is due to the fact that ethylene was slightly more expensive, and so our margins were a bit squeezed. I can tell you that the beginning of this year is even further squeezed. If you can calculate and we follow the market, it's even further squeezed. The 2012 results also integrated as we acquired the company in China. The 2012 results integrated the results of the company that we acquired in December. In fact, it has been transferred to our books at the end of December. So this is for about 100 million Thai baht of negative results. But despite all of that, we decided to maintain the percentage of dividends constant, despite the fact that we are significantly investing in order to grow the company. The board approved it 2 weeks ago, the fact that we would maintain the same kind of dividends as last year. That's the previous year, I'm sorry. What is important also to note is that the company is investing tremendous efforts in order to be recognized not only in Map Ta Phut, but overall in Thailand. And this is recognized by many different organizations or ministries. We are one of the best performers on the safety side, and it is important. We have a lot of Thai employees, and it is important that they work safely on our facilities. We work intensively. We all know how much electricity costs and gas costs, and we use quite a lot of it, particularly for electricity. We are what we call an electric-intensive industry. But because in the chlor-alkali unit we use a very big amount of electricity. And so we work a lot on saving the energy consumption of our facilities. And this has been recognized by an award that we received from the Prime Minister of Thailand. We work also on environmental protection, but also we do some actions on the environment. We are very well known with our coral facilities. And also we are working with the Ministry of Commerce, and we got the honorable awards for fully support data. Now, you all dream about what will happen in 2013. Overall, the ethylene price increase is supported by higher crude oil prices. And in fact, in the last days, there have been a lot of uncertainties about the crude oil. It was at around, the Brent was at around $117 per ton, collapsed to 110, and now it's back to 112. So there are a lot of uncertainties for the time being on the future of crude oil prices. We expect that anyway it will be under pressure, and this would enable us to get cheaper ethylene. On the PVC side, we have a progressive price increase in line with the better domestic demand and also better in Southeast Asia. And you know that one of our competitors in Malaysia decided to stop the production of VCM and of PVC. They already stopped 2 months ago VCM production, and they are almost out of VCM now, so that means that most probably they won't have any PVC to sell on the market. A significant effect on our margins at the end of last year, and that affected us also this year, is the fact that the caustic soda, that is, I wouldn't say the byproduct, but the brother product, I would say, the twin product of PVC, caustic soda, has really decreased in price. And we are now at about $350 per ton, while we were at around $500 per ton at the beginning of last year. We feel that progressively prices have reached a bottom and would progressively increase. So from Q4 to Q1, on the vinyl side, our spreads have been under pressure. You have seen the results of Q3 that were very good, and the results of Q4 were not as good as expected, and it is partly due to this pressure on spreads. Most probably it will continue this quarter, but we expect that Q2 and Q3 will be better, because we see improvements on the ethylene price, we see improvements on the PVC price side, and we see improvement on the caustic side. And for the time being, our facilities are running flat out, and I have a daily watch on the way we produce.